I need to fill in this map basically, and then we will
Let's try and compare the size.
subtract out. So we're working on a map of the riverlands, which we have here, to kind of figure out more about it, how it
Okay,
how it's gonna work.
sure.
So basically, we need mountains.
Mm. Let's look.
Kind of like a backwards C worth of mountain. I think we're gonna cut it off like about here. So there's your dwarf area.
I can't see that at all at the moment.
Oh, why is that getting cut off? Oh, you can see it right,
Where?
right here. Yeah, just down at the very bottom of the map. And then let's cut away.
Wait, are you streaming right now?
I'm streaming right meow.
I have you open and I don't see it right now. Very odd.
Hmm.
I want to see. This is my dream. Before you.
Should be able to see it. Weird.
Alright, let me reopen my Twitch. There we go. Perfect.
So to come more closer here. This is always the hard part. It's like extrapolating out from the big map and making it look similar size wise.
Yeah.
Especially when I got these weird coastlines.
True. Well, the thing is, if it's not exactly the same, you can always say this is kind of a map made by someone who kind of abbreviated what it looks like.
Someone who did a bad job.
Yeah, pretty much.
That someone was me.
Hey, you got time to work on it, haven't you? So,
Okay. So it's not exactly to scale,
no,
but
it look
comes
it looks
down
like it's gained some weight, a bit wider.
just a little farther.
Hmm.
Flattens out. Comes back down here. Okay. So I'll work on the rivers a little bit because that'll help it kind of frame up.
Yeah, you have frame of reference for
Yeah.
location of different things.
Maybe it'd actually be helpful for me to add hills here first. Because this is kind of what separates the two areas, the two valleys.
Hmm.
So we've got river here, river here, here. They all kind of come in from up here. This kind of follows back along.
Hmm. See, when I look at both of the maps, uh, the big one looks like I'm looking down upon it, whereas this one looks as if I'm gazing from like a non-existent, really high place.
Hmm. Like a little more three-quarter view
Yeah, exactly. That's
rather
it.
than like a bird's eye view.
No, exactly.
Well, we'll see if we can maintain that.
Oh, you don't have to. It's okay.
Continuity, very important. Basically, should have looked at what size that was. I think we're at 13.
Mm.
Okay, that's more or less relatively close.
Yeah.
Pine trees way down here. Need to figure out what to call this forest area.
Yeah.
Um, and then we'll
Ask
drop.
Garen if he wants to be involved in that.
Yeah, he might.
I mean,
Yeah.
my place was frosty, so I didn't really mind.
Where else do I have scattered direction?
It seems that the two hills meet at the bottom.
Yeah, kind of do. Okay. Let's make this nice and green, welcoming, happy,
as
warm.
as the residents of the Riverland would like.
It's
That's the whole reason they're there.
just prime, just a prime location. Besides the
For,
dragons just off your coast.
I mean, let's not mention those. That's something that they can find out themselves.
Yeah, I can't even.
It's like
These Dragon
small thing,
Isles
you
are
know.
like not even gonna do those maps.
I mean, maybe when we're like level 15 and up, you can even contemplate bothering to do those maps if
Yeah.
we're still running the campaign at that point. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna force you to go over to a dragon-infested island.
Some of them might be coming to visit. Oh,
Oh yeah, well, it's fine if some of them are coming to visit, but then there's a difference between like a handful and a few hundred,
yeah.
which
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm assuming there are also different. Wait, so how is it with the types of dragons?
So there,
Like,
it follows along with the same like regular kind of D&D
yeah.
core stuff.
Oh, of course, I know that.
Um,
I mean, where do they prefer to reside between the three? Like with chromatic and all that other jazz?
I mean, they all have different environments based off of their color that they prefer. But
Yes,
the
that's what I meant.
metallic dragons are basically good dragons, if still quite
Okay,
self-interested.
quote unquote. Yeah, sure.
And the I can't remember what just the regular colored dragons are more the wild, um, crazy,
Mm.
vicious dragons people are used to. Okay, let's
It is
drop
chromatic. Chromatic is the one that the
chromatic and
colored
metallic.
chromatic. Yeah, there we go.
Gotcha. Let's see how big are these towers?
I had to turn down like the stream to as close to minimum so I don't hear myself.
Well, I guess you still got the Discord, so
Hmm.
still is
I wouldn't
just
wouldn't want to
gigantic.
give you that cheeky view without pausing the stream, you
Oh, I appreciate it.
know.
Big as a watchtower. Watchtower is a little more manageable.
Hmm.
I want these to feel little beefier than watchtowers.
Dominating.
Got one there. This is kind of this whole coast.
Hmm. I mean, no, like obviously they're small in the other ones, but they look like you wouldn't actually want to go near one if you were attacking it. Goodness
Yeah,
knows. Actually, I guess I was about to say goodness knows why you'd want to attack them, but I guess you could have dragon cultists very easily just be like crazy people. They don't even have to be that many.
you might be
So,
right. Yes.
what other reasons would you have to even attack those? I guess robbing them for
I mean,
wares.
basically, the purpose of these towers is to is
Keep the
is
dragon down.
is a yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so anyone who like
Hmm.
I've been doing some research
Okay.
into some different spells that are out there that might be used to help protect the main continent.
Like a
Um,
greater ward or something, but like on a continental scale.
I mean, there's a lot of different interesting. I think I'm up through like D in the spells
Yeah.
in the player handbook.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
um, there's just a ton of them. So I think I need to change how these rivers go from one to the other a little bit because rivers don't have a break like they
No.
don't take a right angle turn.
No, not really. You just have, yeah, smooth it out a little bit.
We're gonna
The only reason they'd ever do that would be if illogically the stone structure was like that
yeah.
and the softer ground for some reason was in a right angle,
Hmm.
which doesn't make sense anyway. But mm,
Recolor.
mm, I believe.
I should just add a little more contour to the rivers.
Mm,
I'm not quite as straight and uniform as they are.
mm.
A little more wiggle to them.
Who doesn't like a little wiggle?
Hmm. I mean, I feel like even that makes them look a little more real.
Yeah.
And then we've got a couple cities. We've got capital here. Booyah.
That it looks big.
It is. It's massive. Got another town
What
down
is that?
here.
It's like half a day's trip across the capital.
I mean, it's,
I'm just,
suburbs and
yeah, of course. People getting engulfed. The government coming to their doors is like, you are now part of the capital. It's like,
mhm.
doesn't change your lives whatsoever. Apart from minor taxes, and they're like, oh, okay.
Dump a
Guess
bunch of
we'll
little
guess we'll
villages.
change
Yeah.
our address slightly when we post mail.
Your zip code's going to be slightly different.
Exactly.
Docks just look stupid at the scale.
Yeah, they do a little.
I mean, if you're on the river, you know you've got a dock. That should
Yeah,
be pretty self-explanatory.
take out. Yeah, definitely.
Anything else that I added on here? Put some little settlements up here.
Hmm.
Uh, I want them to be the same size. Okay, select. That's 48. Of course. There we go. 49. Good enough. Close enough.
uh, and there are all the other little bits. They just have forest land in between them because most likely you got city and then you have loads of farm.
Mm-hmm.
Farms everywhere.
Gotta feed them.
Oh yeah.
It looks like I need to get rid of some of these.
Or just so you can put something else there.
Yeah, they're just too big.
Oh yeah, with the randomness of it all. That's fair.
I want the hills to kind of have a little valley up against the mountain range here.
Yeah,
Those are way too small.
yeah.
There we go.
Saw the first one.
That's what I'm talking
Thinking.
about. Okay. Down here a little farther. Yeah, this does not match up compared with the distance this river travels with the capital
No,
from map to map.
it's okay.
That's okay.
We can. This one was a bard was talking about his travels and he roughly sketched out his adventures. It's like, yeah, he was like the trip from the Midlands to the capital. He was drunk most of the way, so it
Mm-hmm.
felt like no time at all. He's like, it's like a day, 2 days. His companions look over their shoulder funny, like, took us like 4 days to get over here because he was stumbling about the place like an idiot.
Fill in some more nature in here.
Mm.
I need some nature.
Oh boy, nature, nature all the way.
I did figure out how to draw maps, not maps, paths on maps better.
Oh, good stuff.
So let's see. Got so here's my crappy route map.
Mm. Or just between everything.
Basically, just
Okay.
figuring out how things are going to connect.
Yeah, of course. So, how many is that a road across to? Oh, of course, yeah, to connect to the watchtowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a coastal road
I
to the
guess that's
north.
like the staying on roads like that is safer, I'd
Mm-hmm.
assume,
Much. I mean,
because it's actually guarded.
I would say like the most dangerous areas are where there's no roads. Like the high
Yeah, that's what I
plateau
assume.
is a
Yeah.
pretty dangerous area.
Hmm.
This area, um,
My area.
there's there's
The
not a
further
lot of
east you
roads.
go, yeah.
This whole peninsula is pretty much bad times.
Hmm.
And then
And then
there's pretty
elves
large.
are obviously like, we don't want roads ruining our lovely
Yeah,
forest area. What
exactly,
are you talking?
exactly.
Hmm. You can have a road around it. That's the stance we hold. Hmm.
How does this look? Let's see. And for the roads, so there's a coastal road.
Hmm.
Looks pretty good. Four.
Yeah, that looks nice. I see, like with the you've minimized crossing of rivers with roads.
Yeah, I need to add bridges. I should probably do that first, actually.
Hmm. I tell you what, I'm going to assume there are smaller paths which are less significant to these main trade routes slash connections
Mm-hmm.
between the places. Because
Yeah.
like otherwise, those people right by the coast slash in between the coast and the capital are going to be like, well, got a day's journey to get on the road, and then we go down afterwards.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, where it makes sense to have
Oh, of course,
crossings.
yeah, yeah,
I think I've got one here.
mm, yeah, of course. Those are usually massive the first time you put them in.
There.
Oh,
Or
why are you
here.
bothering me so much? She's got a pet. She's wanting food. You're gonna hurt me, aren't you?
Let's see.
Don't go on my legs.
Rotate
Thank goodness.
there. This one up here just to make that area a little harder to access.
Mm,
And it looks like we've got. Let's go straight to that one.
mm.
Okay. And then need one up there.
Bridges
Bridge,
everywhere.
bridge. Yeah, lots of bridges.
Hmm. Okay. There's a pass through the central mountain. Is that underneath or is that over?
All of these routes are overland routes.
Okay, cool.
There is a underground route that goes from this mountain over to here,
Okay.
but it's not on the map.
Yeah, sure. So,
Road town.
hmm. Seems to make sense. I guess it's still playing.
I should have put on some music or something.
Yeah, maybe. Right. So in this hilly area, are there any like places there? Or like town? No, I'm assuming there's no real big towns or anything, but there might be.
Through here?
Yeah, in the big central area.
So up in here, not really. I'm gonna put the
Yeah,
hobbits down in here. Is my
yeah,
plan. So
sure. Fair enough. That's
it's
cool.
quite shirey. So
That's fine. They keep to themselves, as it were.
for the most part, yes.
Hmm. Probably why they don't want roads through it again.
And I think really these are just like the major
Major
roads.
routes, of course. Yeah, I assumed that anyway.
Let's see. Oh, okay. This road's gonna go all the way down,
Hmm.
across.
I assume it would probably go go to the little town there as well.
The road there for the town.
Yeah.
There's gonna be mountains right there.
Yeah, it's going to be nice with this, only because the times in which I've played, we've never had an established map. It's been
Mm.
very, where's the nearest town? Oh, it's Blur, so far away.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, okay.
There's another pass up here too.
Oh, yeah.
It goes up to the High Plateau Lake,
Oh, yeah.
and this road just kind of goes up to your northern settlement.
Yeah. We're all mad people up there.
pretty much.
It's alright. It's good to be a little bit mad.
It's boring.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is the Riverlands.
Fantastic. Coined and patented.
I was gonna
Now ours.
drop some more bridges.
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you what needs a bridge, because otherwise some mental people are gonna have a hard time getting it. There we go. Perfect. I'm obviously like a tad delayed, but you know.
There's a little tweak.
Mm, very nice.
You want stuff to line.
Yeah, of course.
I probably should drop a path here.
Oh no, I don't know what you're on about. You don't need a path to the capital. A terrible idea.
I think I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger by 7.
Sure.
More substantial.
Mm. It doesn't scream at you enough, I am a road.
Needs to scream, I am a major road.
Oh yeah. I put a lot of effort into that major road that goes to nowhere. I know it does go to down.
Where's my
What's
route
that down there? Where's your route? What?
to the dwarves? I think it's just off the
Well,
map.
it's just off the map.
Yeah,
It's
up,
below.
up,
It's
like
that
right
that
there.
there would be like a fork. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't be able to see that really very well, but he's done it. It looked beautiful. I, g- I guess the road that is as nicely done is connected to another big establishment. It's like the road to less subsidiary
Mm-hmm.
civilization. Mm.
We can make this a major. I mean, this is like the most used
Well, the one through the middle.
pass. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Sorry, sarcasm's my primary language. Apologize. I'll kick the habit one day.
That's not a bad habit.
Some some. Wait, what is that? Who makes roads back in the day? What was their? They're not builders. What are they?
Who's in charge of it? The Masons? I don't know.
Yeah, that's might be Mason. Who's no?
Colors. Sure, we'll make the capital blue.
Blue? Why? What are you implications there?
I don't know. Yeah, I have so many things I still need names for. What did I name this stupid mountain range that runs up the middle?
Uh, well, you didn't. You joked around with someone when I was around, but maybe you came up with a name later on.
It's in the dwarf document. Let me.
Yeah.
The Helm Ridge mountain range.
Lovely. Are there any like so how many magical places are there like when it comes to areas that have either?
Oh, it's all over. It's not like I mean, there's certain places that definitely are like very magical in energy. But I mean, magic isn't like devoid. Like, there's plenty of places that have low levels of magic energy.
Mm. person now.
Okay,
Secret Service cat. Is that a friend of yours?
that is a friend of mine. What up, cat? I feel like you have to call where the hobbits are from the Shire, but
Maybe there's another name.
hobbits are here. I'll come up with a better name later.
It's alright. Filler names are good, right?
Yeah.
Just helps you establish where things are.
I mean, that's pretty much everything off my map.
Mm. Hobbits are here.
I was being literal, yes.
Goodness.
I
I love how you've given here a capital as well.
yes,
Just for that.
it's important.
Yeah. It's a pronoun now.
Scatter some more trees. These areas look a little more foresty like they're supposed to. Ah, okay. Yeah, it looks like we'll probably be starting in February now,
Mm,
which gives me more time to figure all this stuff out.
of course.
Fine with me. All
Well, it's
right.
nice. It's nice if you have a very good idea. It'll probably make. I'm assuming it will make you more comfortable
Yeah.
if you know what you're
Yes. Cool. I think that's good.
doing. It looks lovely.
Thank you. We can add more names and things. This town needs a name. This town needs a name. This town needs a
Hmm.
and probably come up with some naming mechanism for the watchtowers.
Oh yeah.
But I mean that looks pretty good. So I still need to figure out map for the high plateau
Yes.
for this area, whatever the hell that's going to be called, and for the dwarves hometown. But we have a rough outline of things.
Hmm.
So that's good progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's time for me to go play Mario Kart.
Very brief.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a good time to go to bed for me.
Yeah. You should.
5 o'clock in the morning is very late.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Well, you have a good night.
Yep, I will.
Thanks everybody for hanging out on my stream. I
It's
appreciate it.
okay.
And we'll have more campaign stuff in the future.